Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Demon Slayer Season 2, 3, Episode 11, Episode 17? No, 16? Guys, we're at the end of this season, of this entertainment arc. I'm at the end, like I have only 3 episodes to watch and I'm gonna watch them today. And it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be amazing. The fight that began, you know, during the last episode that I just watched was already impressive and it's gonna continue right now, and I think that it's gonna continue for the 3 episodes in fact. Let's say that I'm really worried about the end of it. After Rengoku's death, I began to think that yes, they can all die, and I'm really not okay with that idea. I'm sad, I'm mad in advance, and I have the impression that in fact all of the Ashita can die for sure, but are gonna die also. Like, I really have this impression. It's bad, it's really bad, I don't want that. And right there, the fact that Uzui was poisoned, I really think that, you know, all of that thing about him being so flashy, bragging, you know, being so arrogant and all, right there, I mean, before that, already the writers, they put that into that character, so right now, they can use that side of him being so arrogant, being so flashy, so he's gonna hide the fact that the poison is really beginning to kill him and that he's gonna die at the end, you know, like right now it's just an act and he's gonna die. I have that impression, I have that feeling, and it's really not good at all to feel like that, but I think that it's gonna be the case. Guys! The fact is that, you know that I was not a fan of the guy when we discovered him because of the fact that he was so arrogant, because of the fact that one of his first lines it was to say that he considers himself as a god and all guys as dogs. And also because the first scene that we had with him, it was him trying to kidnap little girls against their will, you know, to kidnap them, to make them prostitutes. Let's say that clearly I'm not a fan of this guy, and after that he slapped one of their butts. Let's say that clearly I was not a fan of this guy. I'm still not a fan of him, like for sure Rengoku is more the kind of person that I'm gonna love, appreciate. He's really the good guy, you know, he was really the good friend that you want to have, Rengoku. When Uzui, with his attitude and all, it's more the guy that you have into your group of friends, because he can be funny sometimes and because he's bringing a good energy to the group. But if you're really listening to what he's saying, you're rolling your eyes most of the time and you only appreciate him when he's into serious moments, and it's the case with Uzui. Right there, he's into a serious moment when he saved his wives, when he talks about his wives and to his wives, when he talked about his past during the last episode, when he's fighting right now this upper ranked demons. He's serious, and right there I appreciate him, how he is right there. So yes, it's really that member of your group of friends that half percent of the time you're rolling your eyes when he's talking, but still he's bringing a good energy to the group, and half of the time you appreciate spending time with him because you can still have good and serious conversations with that person. So no, even if this character is not pleasing me fully, I don't want anything bad to happen to him. And again, for something to happen to an Ashida, for me it means so much, it's so symbolic. And right there, these ones, they are bragging themselves about the fact that each one they killed a lot of Ashida. I'm really not okay with that, first, and then it's making me even more worried for Uzui. The poison, I think that it's gonna be a question with the poison. We saw him using an antidote on his wife, maybe it was his last one, or maybe he still has one but he's gonna use it on one of our guys because his mission is to protect, you know, the future Demon Slayers, like it was the case for Rengoku, what Rengoku said. And also, during the post-credit scene of the last episode, we saw that Uzui promised that to Rengoku, so it's almost like a preparation for what I just said, him sacrificing himself for one of our guys or something like that. I'm not okay with that idea, I'm really worried about that, and I'm already predicting his death. The real question now, it's not is he gonna die or not, it's am I gonna cry or not? No matter what, we're into the middle of this fight, I mean, the beginning of this fight with Uzui and Tanjiro fighting the guy and Zenitsu and Inosuke fighting the girl. It's so impressive, it's so well done on screen. Truly, I talked about it during the review of the last episode, the fact that we can understand all of what is happening, even if all of that is happening at the same time and so quickly and all, but still we can represent it, you know, in space, but also really truly what is happening, and we have still enough time to think about what they can do. It's so cool, it's so well done, I love that. So I'm pretty sure that during this episode that I'm gonna watch right now, I'm gonna be impressed again. The music also is beautiful. But that's it. Now, no more time to talk like before we had that moment with Tanjiro and Nezuko. Like right there, they're really fighting. And I can't imagine a time for only talking. Even if these two demons, they're talking a lot. Too much maybe, no? And with these annoying voices, still, it's more gonna be a question of fighting for Tanjiro to recover a little with how much he's hurt. And yes, they need to find a solution. Nezuko, I don't think that she's gonna intervene again. She did her part of the job and she was so good at it, and now she's gonna sleep for a long time. The last time she slept for entire months. So right there, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it's gonna be for a good time, and I can't imagine her coming back again into the fight. It would be weird. But really the wives, I think that the wives, they need to intervene to help still. Okay, they're maybe not as good as our guys. I mean, for what we know of her, still they were well trained, but how they explained, you know, how well they were trained, they said something like they are not Demon Slayers, you know, they are not as well ranked, but still they can do stuff. I think so. The fact that we saw a little of them, of how he was talking to them, you know, to his wives, I mean Uzui, and the fact that he talked to them about the importance of their lives, to save their own lives and all before everything, make that a priority. I think that it's gonna be important. I think that we're gonna use that thing at some point. I'm sorry again, like during the intro of the last episode, the light is changing a lot because the weather outside is changing a lot. I'm sorry for that, but again, I don't have any control of the weather. See how much the light is changing on my face? I'm glad that my camera is dealing with that well. Okay, let's go for this episode. Like always, if you want to have my Patreon on which you can have these episodes earlier. Don't ask me how much earlier. I think that it's 2 weeks of advance for sure. So 4 episodes, 5 episodes of advance? I don't know. Check the description to know that. And yes, I'm putting a lot of 4 action parts for Demon Slayer, and if not, I'm putting the extended one, which is already interesting, not playing with opacity, not cutting that much, all of that. It's changing again, the light! So if you can be interested, if you want to support me, it's on my Patreon. Let's go for this episode. Defeating an upper rank demon? That's what we want! Ah.
兄弟たちが生きてたらみんなで飲む日もあったからな。悪いな。まだ俺は死ねてね。
He's gonna die, he's gonna die with the poison thing.
そっちで一緒に飲むか。
We're gonna see him joining his siblings. Fuck you.
俺はいつか地獄に落ちる。
To hell?
と
You don't think that you're gonna go with it?
兄弟たちのためにも目いっぱい派手に生きてやる。
It looks great.
この花びらもらってもいいですか？
構わねえが、そこら辺にいくらでも。
That's romantic.
ありがとうございます。
You're more acting, you know, like his daughters. Ew! What?
よく聞いたぜ。この毒はな、
But not.
演算旋回飛びつける。
Tanjiro! Tanjiro! You're good, Uzui. You're good for sure. Indeed.
帯を私が引きつけます。天元様、私に構わず帯を下がってきます。
よくもやってくれたな。
He's gonna die. First, after that, you're gonna die.
上限の鬼を倒したら一線から退いて普通の人間として生きていきましょう。
Oh, you're all gonna die. I mean, at least him and maybe you also.
その時4人が揃っていなくても恨みっこなしです。
Oh, Tanjiro. You're gonna feel guilty about it again. Oh, don't be so rough with yourself also. Can you? You're so determined, Tanjiro. A mix of it! Combined! I said it!
随分とまあ早く動いたな。呼吸を混ぜるんだ。水の呼吸と白髪かけらと合わせて使う。
Okay, do
今ま
that.
で鬼と戦ってきた剣士たちがみんなそうしてきた。最も自分の力が発揮できる形に変化させ、
For the song.
考え抜いたから柔らかく。鱗たちさんがそういう戦い方を教えてくれた。たとえ富岡さんのように水の呼吸を極められなくても鱗たちさんが教えてくれたことを無駄にはしない。カバルたちよ、お前に感謝。
Can you this time? Can you? We're gonna have a flashback again. We're not gonna be. For sure, we're gonna be with that kid. That's great! Come on! Together! You're acting clever? You're giving orders to Inosuke? Yes! Why not? It's two things! She's helping you. Where did he go? Tanjiro can do it. He did it before. even more. Tanjiro.
動け。宇髄さんは敵の毒にやられているから危険な状態だ。一刻も早く決着をつけなければ。
You said that in front of her.
私のことも気にしないで。身を隠すから勝つことだけ考えて。
I'm okay.
大丈夫ですか。
Go hide or go find an antidote.
この檻の首は柔らかすぎて切れない。複数の方向から切らなくちゃ。ダメだ。
At the same time. Come on. The music! Yes, you can! They're not the glitch! It's the fucking... Oh, the music! For your character, for the scene which is so great, to become an Ashira! Do it!
水の呼吸。雷の呼吸。水力だ。
Inosuke. It's not gonna stop him, not even a little. Just wait for it. Everything! You did it for real, you did it for real, you did it for real.
やった。猪之助。
Disappear.
くれくれ。つけられないように。
She's not gonna disappear until you kill the brother. Okay, it's bad, but okay.
死なねえとはいえ、急所の首を切られてちゃ弱体化するようだな。
No. No.
宇髄さん。
Because you were paying attention to something else.
そもそも宇髄さんのそばを離れなければこんなことには。ごめん。
Tanjiro, again you feel guilty. We're not even sure about what happened and
ごめん。
don't, it's not your fault no matter what. I'm for sure your last sorry told me to go, oh shut the fuck up. Inosuke is not gonna die. And Uzui is not dead, not like that. He's gonna die, yes, but because of the poison and because he's gonna give his antidote to Inosuke.
猪之助。成立。宇髄さん。これでも勝てないのか。
Yes, you can.
諦めるな。諦めるな。
Things are never gonna change, like, he's never gonna give up, but also he's never gonna stop to apologize, to feel sorry, to feel guilty about not being strong enough, not being good enough, to protect everyone except for himself, and all of that for Nezuko. Like, if it's something about Tanjiro, like, I love him with all of my heart for how nice he is, how respectful he is with everyone, how protective he is with everyone, how supportive he is with everyone. But you know, the bad side of that is the fact that he's always feeling guilty to not do enough, to not be enough. Oh, it's breaking my heart also. Inosuke is not dead. I swear Inosuke is not dead, he's not gonna die. I predicted that one of you guys would be poisoned, so the only antidote that maybe Uzui has is gonna use it for you because it's his mission to protect you. He promised it to Rengoku, and him is gonna die. Maybe he's already dead. Like, I predicted he would die. I predicted one of our guys would be poisoned. I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be crying or stuff like that. But the fact is that Inosuke right there, he was not only poisoned, he was hurt really badly. And you know how it happened? It was after a moment of success with the three of them fighting and fighting so well together. I was so proud of them. I was so into the moment with the music, with the movements that they made, and the fact that they finally, like, I think that's the first time that really the three of them, they united their forces at the same moment and in a clever way. Like, they trained for it and they knew what they had to do, the role that they had to play, and that it would be Inosuke the one to cut her head, that it would be Zenitsu and Tanjiro doing that, and what they would do. And it was so well done, so well represented and all. And when it happened, I really thought that maybe she could die just right there. I forgot that, no, we need to kill the other one. So when he said, that's it, I'm gonna run with the head, I was like, yes, do that, like, clearly, just do that. And that's cool, we're gonna take care of the brother. But I forgot that the brother, during this episode, but even before that, he swore, you know, to Uzui during that moment that none of them are gonna do anything to his sister, like he would be always there to protect his sister. He swore it, and that's what he did. For sure, he would intervene to save his sister. But the fact that we didn't see what happened to him and what happened to Uzui, for sure we forgot about him, we forgot about the fact that he said that, and it was such a moment of joy, of, you know, excitement, like I was proud of them, I was excited and all, that to be cut like that into the moment, and cut like that, because Inosuke was cut like that by something which is hurting him so badly, which could be already something which could kill him just because of that, you know, and in addition of that it's poisoned, and during that moment Tanjiro is like, oh, why are you right there? It's because Uzui is dead on the floor, at least he doesn't have his hand anymore. And during the first part of this episode we have all of these flashbacks with the wives, the fact that you were so in love with this one, the one who is right there, you know, having this romantic moment, the fact that you had that dream that maybe one day you would stop to fight and you would just live a normal life. That's what you wanted for the four of you, that's what you promised in a way. And saying maybe one of us is gonna die before that, the wife or Uzui or the two of them, like, already during that flashback moment I was thinking of that, when already during the intro I was predicting that Uzui would die because of the poison, so after that really I shouldn't be surprised to see him on the floor without his hand and maybe already dead. Yes, I'm talking with the hand, like, I'm French and I'm mad, so I'm gonna talk even more with the hand than usually. I prefer to be mad than to be sad, you know, to admit right now that maybe Uzui is really dead, or to admit right now that maybe Inosuke can really die. You know, like, you know that I'm someone who can be in denial for a really long time. I'm someone, like, for other shows, I was in denial sometimes for entire seasons about someone who died. I thought that that person didn't die. I'm someone, you know, if you watched my reaction videos to Attack on Titan, I was in a big denial for several episodes about persons who were burnt and dead in front of my eyes, but for me, no, not dead, not that person. So right there, it's not really a big challenge for me to be in denial for Uzui and Inosuke. I can do so much more than that. The fight was impressive. The two fights were impressive. At first, you know, Tanjiro and Uzui against the guy. After that, the three all three guys against the girl, like, it was so beautiful and the musics were perfect. And for Tanjiro to do that, you know, to do what I said, I think, during the review of the last episode, to combine his two techniques together, I really think that it's a good way to do it, so I'm glad that I was right. I want to see that more. But he's so hurt also, Tanjiro. So you took back your sister's head. If she's coming back just like that into the next episode, I mean entirely her body and her head together, like all of that for nothing, it's gonna annoy me a lot. And even more because of the situation with Inosuke and Uzui. I think that during the next episode we're gonna have at least the first part of the episode about what happened to Uzui during the time that we were not with him. For him to fall on the floor like that, to maybe be dead on the floor like that. But the name of this episode, it was How to Kill an Upper Rank Demon or something like that. For sure it was because of the dream, you know, the promise that Uzui made with his wives. But I thought that truly they could do it. And after that, to discover that it's all three guys who did it. I only have 2 episodes to finish this season. Okay, now I know the drill with Demon Slayer. I know that the fight can really continue for the entire 2 episodes, and it's only at the end of the last one that we're gonna have 1 minute just to say that's it, someone died, let's cry for that person, and we're not gonna have, you know, a teaser about what is gonna happen during the next arc. That's it, I learned my lesson with the end of the train arc. 2 episodes, so many things can happen in 2 episodes now. And we still didn't have any news about Muzan, and any new information about Muzan or Tanjiro's dad or anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. I'm gonna watch the 2 next episodes right now. I hope that I'm gonna have the time to do it. You can see that the light is changing again, and I think that I have time for 1 episode for sure, but for 2? Come on, it's only 2 p.m. I know that we're into winter, but come on. No matter what, it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.